Oh my, that's a lot of buys. So we get some of the most stackable plus buy cards in the game. Workers Village is a lot of buys naturally. Market Square as well. Tiara on Tiara is like 2 buys per Tiara. I don't know what to do with that information. I don't see a whole lot of value in having a million buys in this kingdom, but there are a million buys. Anyways, actually relevant stuff. A million villages, Workers Village, Hostelry, Port, all of those look good. Trashing is Crucible, good for killing estates. Displace can also deal with estates. No great way to trash coppers, which is something, which makes Hostelry seem very desirable. Draws Rabble and or Scholar. Probably Rabble is better. You could do draw to X stuff with Scholar and Displace, but I think golds off of Market Square seem like a decent payload. They're good targets for Displace, good targets for Tiara. If you're playing with some number of golds, Rabble starts to look better. So probably Rabbles, Ports, and Hostelries. Displacer 2. I don't think Cardinal looks phenomenal. All right, 4 money. Probably Crucible Silver. Tiara openings are often kind of pleasant. You can hit 5 and top deck a 5, or you can top deck another 2. And maybe I'm talking myself into Tiara. Like the dream hand is Tiara Silver turn 3, top deck Displace turn 4, Displace an estate, gain a hostelry. Maybe that's fanciful dreamland. But I'm kind of talking myself into Tiara Silver into Displace for trashing estates over Crucible. Crucible kills an estate, gets you to 5. You can add stuff after. Like, probably the Crucible line is like Crucible Silver into Rabble is your first 5 to draw the Crucible more often. Tiara Silver into Displace, displacing estate, getting hostelry and horses. Also sounds really good. I like the Tiara line more. I don't know if it's better. It is more optimistic, and I believe in my deck. This is close. I can top deck a second Tiara. Take 2. Please don't bottom deck Silver. God dang it. Okay, this didn't work out at all. Gonna take a Market Square. That is kind of a nothing buy at the moment, but I don't really want a second Silver all that much. Please, Tiara. Want to top deck? Nope. Well, I'm gonna take the Displace, but things ain't working out quite the way one would hope. Wait a second. Are my bottom 3 cards all estates? Oh my. I was just gonna top deck a Rabble for draw, but knowing that all of my estates are on top, which is bizarre and unlikely, I think I actually do top deck the Displace here. Not sure what to do with 7 offhand. I've got a Displace down there, so I don't love the idea of top decking a Rabble. We just collide with it. Maybe this is actually Hostelry, top deck, plus a bunch of horses. And maybe this gets me far enough to draw an estate. If left to my own devices, I would have failed to collide that Displace with an estate. Mick has also changed the equation a bit by playing that Rabble. So Mick went with the boring line of Crucible into Rabble. I don't know who would do that. What a ridiculous proposition. I just noticed that Platinum and Colony in this kingdom. When did those get here? Okay, so Market Square is still relevant, but it looks a little bit less relevant. Probably that makes Displace on Platinums look a little bit better as payload. That changes things slightly. Please, for the love of God, find me a Displace. Please? God dang it. Okay, so this could be Rabble on a pair of ports is probably correct. It could also be Rabble 1 port and a horse. I think I like 2 ports and a Rabble better. Scholar on top actually seems okay. Never mind, I've changed my mind, Scholar. Knowing that I have 2 ports on top, the dream draw of like port, displace an estate, discard a copper, Scholar draws up a million more cards, just sounds worth taking the risk on it. I don't know if this Scholar's going to be better long term, but at least for the next turn, Scholars just seemed way better than Rabble in terms of total quantity of draw. I'm probably behind here. I went for a line and my deck did not comply. I knew it was a little bit of a gamble, but did it anyway. Cannot decide how many coppers to play. I presume he's buying a Hostra here. It's the main reason you do that. Yeah. I should probably add a Crucible at some point to deal with some copper. I don't want all the coppers to stay in my deck in perpetuity. Once Hostras run out, coppers get a lot more obnoxious. Okay. Here's the dream draw. My deck is cooperating for once. Once I've top decked every card necessary. Displace does not trigger Market Square. Exiling does not count as trashing. I could just displace the Market Square and gain me a nice thing. Play the Market Square, hoping to draw that last estate. I think I want to play it. Hostra is also a possible target, but not an amazing one. Gonna play one, okay. I think we're gonna turn that into a state. I've got 2 displaces. 2 estates is not a big problem. Maybe I shouldn't top deck all of those. I don't want to draw with all my horses. Maybe I do. Never mind. That undo is pointless. I'm redoing what I undid. I was thinking, I don't necessarily want to play all of the horses first, then the Scholar, pitching my whole massive hand, and then negating the point of the horses. But I want to maximize the chance I find the Scholar, which the horses do. And if I find the Scholar with a displace, I can make use of all that draw by displace the state, gain hostility, go down to no cards, and then play Scholar and draw back up again and be fine. So I think horses first into Scholar isn't as bad as it seems. All that having been said, I can't help but notice that Mixed Rabble has discarded my only Scholar. So none of those bottom 12 cards are the card that I really want to find. I think I'm losing this game. Mick's got 3 Rabbles, I've got 1 Scholar. That just jumps out to me as the biggest difference. I think I can probably chalk it up to the early displace line not working out the way I wanted it to. Again, the goal was like Tiara Silver, early displace estates into hostelries, gets you a lot of horses for short-term draw. You find the displace consistently, and then you go from there. And it didn't line up quite the way I wanted it to. I really didn't have any intention of getting a second displace. It just worked out in that way. At least, not early on. At some point in this game, you probably want 2 displaces, but not at the point that I got the second one. I just had 3 estates on top and nothing else coming in. I am looking at the trash and noticing Mick has only trashed 2 total cards so far, which is not a lot. But he's got a Tiara and he's got a Crucible, so I'm guessing that's going to get remedied right here. Tiara, Crucible, trash 2 estates. And then with Tiara, you're not too likely to dud once your deck gets going, because you can top deck like Ports on a Rabble each turn, which makes it hard to come back from behind. But we're going to play on at least a little bit longer. Maybe I get a lucky draw. I have trouble seeing how this turn accomplished. Like, the Rabble attack at this stage of the game is not doing much, because I only have 1 estate down there in my deck for it to top deck. It just, as it so happens, randomly discarded my Scholar, which hurts, as opposed to randomly discarding not Scholar cards and bringing me closer to my Scholar. Alright, Mick has got a Platinum already. What a shiny card. Alrighty. Unfortunately, if the Tiara here were Tracker, I could probably save my turn by like mid-turn gaining and playing something off of my displace. There's a chance. Can I find that, please? Please, pretty please. Please, Scholar. God dang it. Oh, okay. Okay, I see how it is. So probably Hostelry, discard 4. I've got a scholar on top. Do I have a village on top? Gosh, I sure hope so. I think I do. I think I got another hostel down there. Could be wrong. I'm gonna buy a Rabble and not top deck it. Yeah, there's a hostel down there. Oh no! Are you freaking? There were 6 cards in my deck. If the scholar was any of the top 5 cards, I was a-okay because the scholar would be in my hand. Actually, I guess it could also theoretically be bad if the hostelry was in the bottom card. So I guess it was not a 1/6 chance. It was like a 1/3 chance. The 1/3 chance where the scholar or the hostelry were in the bottom was a disaster. Otherwise, this turn would have been lovely. These have just been accidentally incredibly painful Rabble attacks. Rabble's in general not like a dangerous card. Because if you're, once you get your estates clean, all it's doing is just like randomly reshuffling your cards for you. It just so happens that my cards were shuffled in a good way before the Rabble happened, and then it has turned it into a terrible shuffle. Alas. I think if I don't find my Rabble here, I'd just resign. If I do find my Rabble, I'm also likely losing, but that will at least give me the illusion of hope that can motivate me to play on. Big number. 2 whole digits. I'm surprised he's playing all those coppers. I guess that makes sense. Just whenever you have a bunch of coppers on hand, hostelry immediately looks super desirable. But I guess if you've got enough Rabbles that you're expecting to draw it all anyway, then the horses start to have a little bit lower value. What do you buy here if you're Mikkolas? Maybe a hostelry after all? A colony. I don't. I'm not seeing the pile out. I don't know why I need a colony right now. You don't even need to displace. Okay, there we go. Okay, colony plus displace. Okay, I don't know. I don't love that. It's not terrible or anything. I think you want another tiara, so you can tiara your platinum and your crucible. Probably one more Rabble. All right, GG.